Okay.
My hand was on your butt there. I'm very sorry.
I'm not.
I signed no consent form.
Oh. Well, hello, everybody.
What did you expect to happen?
You actually cut yourself.
So we're going to be talking about
Bodily injuries.
bodily injuries.
Self-inflicted harm.
No, this is Josiah. He's an INTP
So,
on the soft side. This is Riley. He's an ENFP on the sunny side.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It just felt right. Tasted good in my mouth. So we're going to be talking about some strange things that separate us, but yet bring us together. Yes. So, as we're talking, the paradoxes, we are a paradox explosion.
And we live together.
And we live together in harmony, dissonant harmony. You finished? I finished my water already. Anyways, that's beside the
take my
point.
time.
So we just had
Very
this.
beside the point, but yeah.
He likes to make fun of us
Yes.
a lot.
It's my love language.
It actually is, yeah.
It is.
And we take things too literally. We're like, or at least for me, I'm like, huh, what?
If I love you, I will rip you apart with my words.
Yeah, that
And
makes
my
sense.
fingers.
So
I don't get it.
but-
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be the one in the corner just judging silently.
Judging.
Please don't add that in there.
Frick! All right. But, so, Josiah and I, we think a lot. We're INTPs.
Yeah.
What do you expect? And he's over here, so we'll be at lunch, and I'll, like, bring us something up with, like, Josiah and be like, isn't it weird how bananas are, like, bananas? We were having this, actually, epiphany the past couple of weeks about bananas, actually. We keep bringing up about bananas. And then, tell me, what is, like, your reaction to such an such strange things?
It's like monkey see, monkey do. It's like banana gone because I ate it.
That's his entire thought
That's
process.
literally, that is my complete thought process when it comes to bananas.
That is so funny because I can't help myself, but like I'll open up the banana and think how incredible each like crystal of like glucose, and actually finally seeing all the bits and pieces of the banana and how it all formulates to a whole.
Okay, see, I might have done that when I was like 4 years old and had a total of like 2 bananas in my entire life. But now I've had about 1,000 bananas in my lifetime. So it's like, there's nothing, it doesn't surprise me anymore. Bananas aren't surprising.
This is why drugs are wasted on INTPs, because we're already paranoid and we already overanalyze everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
We don't need to escape into the next dimension. We're already there, I guess. I don't know.
Hugs, not drugs.
Drugs, not hugs. Hugs, drugs. Hugs and
Bananas.
and bananas. But yeah, because I find that INTPs, we take a really long time to actually get to a place, because you might have recognized how amazing a banana is right off the top.
Right.
But I guess somehow for like INTPs, I find myself always late to the game. But once I get there, I feel like I have more because I'm like bringing a freight train with me rather than just kind of like, I don't know. That's what I kind of notice. But it takes me forever to get anywhere.
See, for me, to have that sort of realization, I need somebody to like literally take the banana and hold it in front of my face and be like, look at how amazing this is.
It's an amazing banana.
Exactly. Otherwise, I'm just like,
Cool.
banana.
Like, I look at this and I'm looking at every little word. I love analyzing, like committed to managing water resources for the future. I actually read that. No one else reads it. They just drink the water. But I'm looking at like,
That's
what's the
just for
barcode?
you.
What's the barcode number? I actually look at that. I actually look at, how to recycle.info. Like I look at these things. I'm like, that's interesting. Why'd they put that there? Why'd they use that font? And you're just, by that time you finished the water bottle and you moved on to a banana.
Yeah, exactly. I've put a banana inside of the water bottle and I'm now just like playing around with it.
Wee. But what's
And I'm going, why?
Why? But it was kind of cool how with this dynamic, this allows him to always like make us far more, I guess, what's the word? Like
I bring you out of your shell.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to do something random or whatever. But and then for us, we can like hold him back. I know we kind of jumped this. We kind of didn't segue, but like
I'm stupid.
Well,
No!
This is why we're friends, because I overanalyze everything. I don't make a decision.
Yeah.
I just look at it to death and I think to death, and
I do the exact
You
opposite.
axe, and then you shoot first, ask questions later.
Precisely.
And I ask questions and then forget where I put my gun. So pretty much, I don't get to actually shoot anything. So
By the time you start asking questions, your gun is rusted into a pile of
exactly.
rust.
So
the bank's been robbed.
I said exactly that. I think about no, I don't agree with anything you just said. But
What? Okay, when something rusts, what does it rust into? Like when it completely rusts?
it's just rust.
Is it like a pile of rust?
It's like oxygen. Yeah,
It's oxidized metal, but like,
turns into.
why didn't we study chemistry?
Dadgummit.
Well, good. I'm proud of you. You actually tried to
Hey.
analyze something here, because that's what I try and pull him back from diving headfirst into things, and he pushes me, and say, hey, no more training wheels. You're done.
Exactly.
Here's
enough analysis. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, because in my previous video talking about fear and all the what ifs and stuff, we get clobbered with that. And they're just like, whee! Just head first into the pool, even though it says no head first and it's 3 feet. But somehow they survive. And we're like, but what? How?
They gain
How?
all the information after the fact. When we're
like,
hey,
oh,
we
ow.
could probably figure this out beforehand. So in the end, we kind of end up equal, but it's just when we get the information. It's either before or after.
See,
When
it's so much easier to just go for it. Like if I sit there and I overanalyze something, I'm doing exactly that. I'm overanalyzing. So it's just so much easier to just be like, I'm just gonna go for it. Like I've started living my life by the idea that life's too short to be embarrassed about things. So I'm just gonna do it, and whatever people think, good for them.
And that's always what we want. We want to like have people not, or we want to not care, but we're just like captivated by that terrible.
And it's not like I don't do that perfectly by any means, but it's like it's still the idea. It's still the end goal is to just be like, and whatever happens happens.
Well, yeah, for me it's like I overanalyze. I should just analyze and then act. Because if all you're doing is analysis, you realize that your brain is in the moment, and you're not like overthinking. You're just
Thinking.
following a natural progression of things: thought, action, learning something. And so I just need to stop overanalyze and just analyze. That will lead me to action.
See, I just think as I go, like as I've grown up, I've realized that I'm thinking more. I'm diving in a little bit less. I'm thinking a little bit more. But it's still with an improvisational tone. So it's a lot more of the action first, even though I'm holding myself back a lot more. It's still action first, but it's like action with some thought behind it.
Yeah. I actually think you
dance
strike a
behind
pretty good balance between the two of us, because you have this YouTube channel. You've actually done stuff that I look at you and I'm like, he actually does the things that I want to do.
You've actually done stuff.
I know.
No.
But you did analyze things, because you can't help that. It's just who you are. But you've managed to incorporate some of his.
Just do it.
His Nike attitude.
Swoosh.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, Josiah.
Sponsored by
Thank you.
Nike.
Exactly.
Nike sponsor us. But that is something, because like especially with all these videos, I can't think before recording, or I'll overanalyze it and then panic about trying to remember. Oh wait, I need to make sure I have to get all these topics in, and I'm just like, screw it, just.
I did the. Or go ahead. Sorry.
Or just and I just have press record and just go for it.
Yeah, I did the same. I didn't do that. I overanalyzed. I was shooting a video I was gonna put on YouTube, and then I thought about it too much. I made it too. I'm so sorry. Was I boring you?
No, it was at 5 seconds. I was like, no!
Your TV screen is
It
more
was
important
5
than my
minutes to
story.
turn.
Oh,
So
it
you
was
were
5
Yeah.
It was 5 minutes.
By the way, I would have been done in 5 minutes. So you would have plenty of time to save your precious. See, they must know about my YouTube channel. They must see it. I can't even see it. Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about now. Oh, I was making a video, and I overanalyzed it. And I was in the moment. I thought I was doing okay, but I was panicking. I was talking very quiet because I was like way too in my head, and I wasn't feeling it. which is hard for me because I'm an INTP. And so when I looked at the video, I was like, "This is crap." There's pieces that are okay, but I didn't string them together.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
I didn't string them in a way that was what it could be. So I learned a lot. 'Cause I'm like, hey, now I know what to do for the next one. I know how to fix it and know how to change my ideas. So I'm not putting myself into that over-analytical headspace.
And this is why I was begging you to show us the video.
Yes!
Was because it would make you accountable, and I'd be like, let's do this thing!
Yeah!
And
it's motivating, like, because negatives motivate me, where I'm like, I see something where it's like, oh, I think this isn't working, I want to fix that. If everything's working, I don't do anything. I'm like, I don't want to change. But if I'd actually done something and I see how I could fix that, it makes me want to do it again.
INTPs are true closet dwellers. Closet dwellers. We truly come out of the closet. But how it means is that we want to perfect something in the solitude.
I'm sure I want to live with you guys anymore.
Exactly.
We want to perfect things in the quietness of our own mind and conscience and criticism. And when we come out of the closet, we want to be perfect. And people are like, wow. Because we don't, for me personally, when I was growing older, I didn't want to watch people see me get better. I wanted to
you wanted to come out the other side already complete. You're like,
yeah,
look at me, I'm perfect.
And not only in things like film or something like that, but even characteristic or just character, because it feels really awkward if they see you as an angry person or it's just some kind of fault in your character, and you've established that with them relationally, and then having them watch you develop out of that for some reason hurt my pride. As a weird way when I don't know. It's a weird thing in my
fear of failure or being seen as a failure.
Yeah, well, it's I would rather, for some reason as a kid, would rather if I established myself as a certain kind of person, if it was lazy or any negative trait, I would rather keep it there with them and start a new slate with somebody else and improve on that trait rather than actually improve the trait with someone who already knows me with that fault.
See, I prefer to grow as a group. I prefer to get a group of people together that have the same issues, and then I function in that method. I function better in a team when it comes to self-improvement. So it's if I can surround myself with people that are going through the same thing, have the same issues, and then we can improve on this together, helping each other out. That's how so I don't mind the humility of being I'm an open book. Here's my issues. Let's get better together.
Which is awesome. Which is something you
yeah,
work on.
That's nice because I like groups to just not get things done. I like a group just to hang out and be silly and for me that's freeing. I feel more comfortable in a group to not improve or just kind of hey, this is my time to relax. But when it comes time to work on fixing issues that I have, it's hard for me to do that with other people, to open up and say, hey, here's my issues, I want you to help me. Because it goes back to that thing where it's admitting that you're wrong, where you think that I got this, I'm right, I've thought about everything, and then you oh wait, I didn't think about that, and the other person's hey, they shed the light on it that you couldn't see.
Yeah, what he was referencing was to unhealthy INTPs. I talk about how we process everything that we know, and we come to certain conclusions based off of strictly information that we do know, and we may be right based on the information we do know, but there's a wealth of knowledge out there. And so he was just talking about how we might have a piece of information we don't quite have that throws a wrench into our mix.
You brought my translator. Apparently what I said wasn't good enough, so you just
No, you said it right.
Said the exact same thing. Well, just in a different way. That's
just
okay. No, that's
tying
fine.
into the video.
This is what I live with. I live with this dynamic. How could you say this better than me? I'm offended that you said it better than me. I didn't say it better than you. I was just reiterating.
I don't care.
No, it's okay. Everything's okay. It's not a big deal. And I'm move on.
I'm overanalyzing. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
Maybe it wasn't a joke. I guess it wasn't funny. But anyway.
Something giggled.
This is why I don't do stand-up comedy.
Oh my god.
But I'm
you want to know something about INTPs that irks me? Is when you talk about things and overanalyze things and never do them.
Bam.
That's what the whole video is about.
Yes. But
Here's an
like,
idea.
No, 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 no.
Let's make a video about- That's great. We should make a video about that.
No, 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 no. It like that's a pet peeve of mine when people talk about doing something and they're good at that something. Cough, cough, wink, wink, cough, cough.
Okay. I'll do that.
Cough, cough, wink, wink, cough, cough, and then they never do anything about it. You're just like,
you're right. No, you're right.
and then you get all up in your head. You're like, I mean, I'm just not good at this. But you're still analyzing it.
I know.
Just move on.
Oh, well, see, you also taking me serious there, but whatever. Anyway, sorry. Hey, mediator, mediators.
I think that's
Before
perfect
I
though.
tackle him.
But yeah, I think that's great though, because that's something that really has motivated me throughout the years. It's like, because I started getting tired about that. It's like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just overanalyzing everything.
And I hate it when people overanalyze. That's when I come in and I grab them by the throat. By the throat.
By the throat.
Shake their collar.
It's a very wide throat.
With handles on it.
With handles. I grab them by the throat and I just pull them out.
Grab them by the gills. That
Yeah,
would have
gills.
worked. That would have worked.
By this, or like llamas, you grab them by the ears.
There
You
go.
do?
Ears.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
When we shaved, I can't believe we're gonna go into this. When we shaved alpacas, when they're shaving them, you have to hold them from your ears, and
Yeah.
it's amazing the kind of control that you have from
Yeah.
like holding an alpaca's ear. Like you can go like this, and a leg will just like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
shooting out.
That's awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're laying on the ground, and you and I were both holding the head, and they had this little sack over its mouth because they spit when they're upset and angry. It's like this
Oh,
big
yeah.
grass all day, so
Boy,
it's
did they
green,
get upset.
and it stings. It's like algae. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if somebody grabbed you. You were just like chilling in a field. Somebody grabbed you, strapped you down to a floor, and said, "We're gonna shave all the hair off of you."
You would spit like a lot. No,
You ever get the chance to shave an alpaca?
don't.
I highly recommend the experience.
I actually got to film that once. That was fun. Anyway,
I
so
can't believe that's
I
where
wish
we
I-
ended.
no, we're not ended yet. I have a very crucial question. If this is called the weenus, what's this called?
A Ninus.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like, he's gonna do it. I'll just let him be the stupid one.
Can I call it
comes
General
up with that
Grievous?
idea. Call it General
No, you
Grievous.
gotta call it General Ninus.
General Linus. I've always wondered what would be.
See, now I'm analyzing. I actually
Well,
want to fall. I actually wanna
Why
solve
you
this
think about that, Josiah, and everybody else?
for another. That's it.
And see, I'm content
question
with
of-
I'm content with my Ninus answer.
See, I'm like, no, I must analyze.
There
That's
must
a good
be.
question. That's a question for another time, I guess.
But anyways,
Confidence.
what do you guys think? If you're an ENFP, what do you hate about INTPs? But
That would be a fun video. I could talk about that for a while.
but counter it with also maybe some love. And then INTPs, what do you hate about ENFPs? But then counter it with some love. And
Don't bother. There's not much to love.
This is YouTube. There's no love on YouTube.
there's no love on YouTube. But anyways, I look forward to reading your comments. See you guys in another video, another life. You never know.
Please don't touch me.
Hold on, let me finish the water.
Now think about how you finish the water.
Hey.
No. I analyzed and I accomplished something. I finished the water. I'm gonna finish the video.
Oh, I missed.
See, he acted. He didn't think first. He acted and he didn't think. If he'd thought first, he
No,
would
I was
plan
thinking.
for a time where
You were kind of going up and down like this. I'm like, I got the pattern. Missed.
Bye.